I'm in on Kansas City right now.
Okay.
I think the Chiefs got a big win yesterday, but it's also been ever since Mahomes got back from the injury. And I feel like the Chiefs, their offense has kind of been in neutral, and the defense is leading the way, which is going to be huge. You just made that great point about how they've got a Spagnuolo-led defense that was so fierce and everything, but I know when they have to, this Chiefs offense can score. And one other thing, they've beaten Lamar Jackson twice. They beat him last year at the end of the regular season, and they beat him earlier this season. To me, Kansas City, don't let them get hot. They're hot right now, and the offense is still just kind of finding its groove. This is the team I wouldn't want to face in the playoffs if I'm the Ravens, and I certainly wouldn't want to face them in Arrowhead. Don't let the Chiefs get hot.
There's an interesting, because the Chiefs are getting in. There's a team that's not in yet, maybe a little while, but if you want to stop Lamar, like, Pittsburgh might have something to say about them. Let me tell you why. Unbelievable defense, right? Ball hawking. They played him really tough. It was probably Lamar's worst, most struggling game of the year earlier. It went to overtime, I think. I don't know if they have the firepower with Duck yet, but like the whole Minka thing and the TJ Watt thing, like I would really like to see, always we talk about divisional opponents, anything can happen. If Pittsburgh gets in, they're going to have to play some good football the next 3 weeks. They may have the defensive punching power. They may have it.
It's those 2 8-5 teams, man, like two ships sailing in the night, or more correctly put, it's just two teams going in the opposite direction. Houston Texans do not look like a good team right now. And I'll say it once again.
They beat the Patriots 6 days ago.
Seems like a month ago at this point. And Will Fuller being out, it takes away from their offensive firepower.
Different team.
So I'm excited about Steelers. You know what else I'm excited about? The Tennessee Titans.
Do it, Nate. Do it.
Tell me one weakness that they have right now. Ryan Tannehill's taking care of the ball. The one play where he made the mistake on, he actually made the biggest hit of the weekend when he got that tip ball interception. And now he's dropping back, taking hits like this, hitting A.J. Brown. And not to mention, Corey Davis caught a ball yesterday, and I was like, is that Corey Davis looking like he's running a 4-2-2 out there?
Do you think that their fault is that they're the Titans?
Yeah.
And they're often a middling
You made a
team?
comment earlier about it's the Tennessee Titans. But Straker, I'll ask you this. Look,
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
I'm not taking a shot at you, but you kind of said history tells us that the Tennessee Titans will let us down as we get excited. But doesn't this feel like a different
That was
team?
the Marcus Mariota Titans.
Yep.
It's a different team. The quarterback is the most important player on the team, and he's a different quarterback, and they don't lose with him. So it's hard for me to doubt the Titans. And yet, they play a Houston Texans team 2 times in the next 3 weeks. I'm not cashing any tickets on the Titans until they beat their division rivals.
You couldn't decide between these two squads when I asked you about 3 days ago. Now you saw both of those teams, the Texans lose, the Titans win convincingly again. Yeah. Who's coming out on top? I'm
not going to be dramatic and say that the Texans are trash. I will say that I am that much more optimistic about the Tennessee Titans. So if I'm looking at the schedule coming up, I will take the Titans over the Texans right now.
Really?
There's no doubt in my mind.
I want to break the fourth wall here. You do flips on this show about Deshaun Watson. They beat the Patriots. You come on here saying they're Super Bowl contender.
Michael Jordan.
And now a week later they lose 1 game and you're completely changing your tide on them.
Yeah, it's because how they lost the game that they were supposed to win, and then how the Tennessee Titans have been winning games. They are ascending in the month of December, and they have everything. They have a quarterback that takes care of the ball. They have a leader. They have excitement. They have that new quarterback, new phone, who dis feel. And then the run game. This is December, bro. You're going to be playing outside, indoors. Derrick Henry, even though he slowed down a little bit because he's banged up on Sunday, he looks like the best running back in football. Not to mention that defense is as opportunistic as any in football. If the Tennessee Titans get in the playoffs, this might be my dark horse to go to the Super Bowl. That's how excited I am about the Tennessee Titans.
Are you excited enough to think that he's the quarterback of the future?
Yeah. No, the proof is in the pudding. Sometimes you just got to earn your way in there. And it's hard to look at a Titans fan or look to Ryan Tannehill and say, you're not the answer. He's going to be a free agent. He's going to warrant a lot of money. There's going to be a lot of suitors for him.
There'll be a lot of quarterback shakeups after the season's said or done, but those 2 8-5 teams, very fascinating. Duck Hodges, Ryan Tannehill, we'll see if they can make some noise.